with Weston Sports Guy here on YouTube and online all the time at WestonSportsGuy.com. I'm also on BitChute. I am also on Parler, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff on social media. It's located conveniently for you at WestonSportsGuy.com. And always use that hashtag #OneOnOneWes when participating in the weekly conversation on sports via social media. Time to get into it with the NFL Game of the Week.
You play to win the game, but they are who we thought they were, and we're not about the hook.
Cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it.
This week's matchup that I have highlighted for you will be between the Kansas City Chiefs going to Tampa Bay to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, there's two ways this game could go. It could go very high scoring, it could go in a back and forth type of way. The kind of matchup that you would expect when Tom Brady was playing for the New England Patriots, when the Patriots would play the Chiefs either in the playoffs or in a regular season matchup. Either way, it was pretty good back and forth, pretty high scoring affair, you would think. Is this going to happen with Tampa Bay? Who knows? We're either going to get the really good Tampa Bay team that we know can match another team's offensive firepower and play pretty good defense at the same time, or you're going to get the Tampa Bay team that just lays a dud and barely scores 3 points like they did a few weeks ago in primetime against the New Orleans Saints at home. I know home field advantage really doesn't mean much this year in the year of 2020 in any sport, mind you, but for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this is a very important game. You need to win this to keep yourself in a prime position to not only go after the division, which I kind of would say you're out of it at this point based off of your performance with the New Orleans Saints in both the games this year that you've played against them. But I also look at it from a playoff standing perspective in the NFC. It's very tight right now. It's more open than the AFC is. But from Tampa Bay's perspective, you need to get this game to build some momentum going into December and January. We all assume you're going to play in January, but you need this kind of momentum, especially with a Hall of Famer at the helm in Tom Brady. With the Kansas City Chiefs, they're coming off a pretty big victory last week against their division rival, the Las Vegas Raiders, on Sunday night, which was last week's Game of the Week, mind you. If you go back and see last week's episode here on this channel, that was what I highlighted between the Chiefs and the Raiders being a very solid division rivalry type of game, and turned out to be true. This is probably going to be the same way here, not so much as a rivalry, but just I'd expect a high-scoring affair. Chiefs defense and the Buccaneers defense play just about the same when it comes to rushing the passer, causing havoc, and making sure that their offense stays on the field more than their defense. That's what they need. That's the key for the both of them. I still give the advantage to the Chiefs, being that they're only having one loss on the season, and Patrick Mahomes playing at the level that he is right now, it's just almost hard to stop. I mean, there's not many teams that can stop him. The only one that has been the Raiders with their only loss this season by them. And Mahomes has only thrown interceptions against the Raiders this entire season. But I expect a good game. Should be close. High-scoring affair would be my expectation for it. I'd still give the advantage to the Chiefs, just based on the track record this season alone. Time for my feel-good story of the week, and that's just a simple message to be thankful here this Thanksgiving weekend. And if you've already had your Thanksgiving dinner with your family, or if you're about to this weekend, that's fine. You do what's best for you, like I said last week. I am not one to judge. I am not one to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Neither does a governor, a mayor, a city council, whatever politician, branding they want to put themselves under, health inspector, all those things. They do not dictate what you do in your day-to-day life and who you can gather with in the privacy of a domicile, your house. That's not their prerogative. So you do what's best for you, whatever that may be. I'm not one to tell you that. Neither are any of them. But getting into this message of being thankful, just kind of on a little bit of a personal note here. The way this show started out, the way in my mind it was starting out was just to basically as a hobby, and that's how it always will be. I'm not here to get any type of, fame, fortune, notoriety, whatever you want to call it. This is just me and what I've always wanted to do for most of my life, which is just to talk about sports. I want to sit down, I want to talk about it, whether or not if it's with family, friends, or with you here on this great and wonderful platform that is afforded to us. And it's not just YouTube that you're watching it on here. If you're watching it on BitChute, I thank you. I'm on there. You can go find the link at westthesportsguy.com. Again, like I said in the beginning, bookmark that site. It's all there for you at westthesportsguy.com. When I'm on BitChute, I'm also moving over my library to Rumble as well.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Now, besides all the video platforms of YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble, I'm also Facebook, Twitter, Parler. I created a Minds account. It's also linked at westthesportsguy.com. Basically, what the message of being thankful is that the time that we live in right now is pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Regardless of what others might tell you, it's still a very, very wonderful time to be alive. The information that's at your fingertips, it's on your phones, it's on the computers the way they are nowadays, entertainment systems, TVs on 24/7. You can watch practically anything you want at any point in the day. You can communicate with people all over the world at your fingertips again. Like I said, it's just everything that you thought was impossible even 10, 20 years ago is now a reality. It's an amazing time to be alive. And I'm certainly thankful for the family and friends that I have and the times that I'm currently living in right now. You should also be thankful for everything that you had, like I said at the beginning of this. But from what this show, which is just a hobby, this is me talking to you about sports. That's all this is. For what it's come into right now, for what it's going to become going into next year, I'm really excited for what the possibilities are. This is an unscripted show, if you haven't figured that out by the time you've watched. If it's been every episode, I thank you for that. If it's only one episode, I still thank you for watching. I still thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell below. BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, all those platforms. You also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Parler, all that good stuff. It's linked, again, westthesportsguy.com. This is an unscripted show. I have a couple topics. I vent for about 10 to 15 minutes. Obviously, there's some editing involved, but no script. I really don't have a script. It's not there. If I do a script, it's mainly for those short little promos that you find on the playlist there at YouTube, but this is unscripted for the most part. It's kind of the way I prefer it. I don't like reading off of a script for the most part, but this is just how it is. I wing it, essentially. Sure, others want to do a script. That's fine. That's totally okay for them. And some of them I do watch, and they're reading off a script. I can kind of tell, but it's done in a way where it's not easily noticeable. And that's not judging them. This is just what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. It's a hobby of mine, and I just will say thank you. Thank you. I'm very thankful for you tuning in. I'm thankful for you that have subscribed, hit the bell, bookmark westthesportsguy.com, follow me on the social media links, all that good stuff. Thank you again. Thank you. Cannot stress that enough. And again, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when all the new videos are posted here on this channel, whether it's BitChute, Rumble, all located for you at westthesportsguy.com. Use that hashtag #OneOnOneWest, and I will see you next time.